Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once again to Final Fantasy III, the discard and draw. Uh, Before I go any further, because I keep getting poisoned a lot, and if I recall correctly, there is a ton of poisonous creatures in the next dungeon. Let's actually go and buy Poisona, and also pick up some more things like eye drops. We're just going to have everybody else defend. Let Mo handle this. Mo needs them job levels anyway. So, I'm not really sure what the formula is for attacks in this version of the game, like physical attacks. I'm pretty sure your job level has something to do with it, although if I am almost certain that's not the case in the NES version. I think it might be whatever it is in the 3D version. This game is an odd... So they say this is based on the NES version, but in all honesty, this is a very, very like weird mixture of the 3D and NES version. So it's like the NES jobs and stuff but it doesn't have, but like jobs have like the extra abilities that they have in the 3D version in a lot of cases. So in the NES version, I'm fairly certain that for physical attacks, it's your character level, not your job level, that is taken. It's like agility and... It's like agility divided by 16, and then like character level divided by 16, and that's like how many hits you get. And then magic, the reason magic is so good in the NES version is because it does key off job level. So like you want your job level to be as high as possible. But we're about to go into Hein Castle, which is that floating building in the desert there. One thing about Hein's Castle is that you need to be aware of is, first of all, the one-time dungeon. So get everything you need to out of here. Make sure you get all the... If you're going for the achievements, make sure you get all the enemies. Make sure you get all the chests. But also... if you're going for there's a Wayfarer achievement where you have to visit like every site, like in the game, like every place. There's a place called the Living Forest, I want to say is what it's called. You have to go there before you complete this dungeon because the location that it is becomes unavailable when you're done here, and like you end up going to the place as part of the like this plot line, but at least when I first beat the game it did not count. So anyway, now you can actually go back down in there without casting mini on yourself, so if you like somebody dies or something. We want to put the Freezing Blade and the Salaman Sword on. Alright. Nice. So we're going to have you attack and then... We want Mo to get as many attacks in as possible. Holy Arrow, that's really good if you, for some reason, don't have any arrows and you want to use a ranger. Let's go ahead and continue on here. I might check and see what Larry's fists will do. Now, Wait. Yeah, I got that chest. That was a Phoenix down. I was like, wait, did I get that chest? Back attack. Nobody wants a back attack. Let's go ahead and just have you defend. I want Mo to attack basically every round. But what we're going to do is we're going to see if... Yeah. Fortunately, Mo didn't get his turn, but that's okay. I think these 3 rooms right here, in the 3D version, are like there's unique monsters in each of them. And it could just be like this floor, but I think it's like the rooms themselves. Alright, let's do what we did again. And that's why I bought the Persona spell. And that should take care of those guys. We'll have you just defend. Need to get Mo some job levels. So the next boss is he's kind of a gimmick boss. He's not a particularly difficult gimmick boss, but Hein has he's the first like barrier change boss in the series. Let's see. Put this royal sword on. The fighter, by the way, cannot use the royal sword. Actually, let's just keep in. Level 5. What is the accuracy on this sword? 85? Yeah, it's the same. Okay. Yeah, but the fighter can't actually use the royal sword. Which is interesting. I guess it's like letting you know that you really should have upgraded to the knight. And we're going to go ahead and kill this thing in the back with a Cure Spell. So you'll notice that like a lot of enemies in here actually drop fairly regularly, and this is a thing that also I do believe is true on the ocean. That enemies drop lots of and there's Castle Hein. I've gotten everything out of there. But enemies will drop lots of spellcasting items, and the reason they do this is they kind of expect you to use Scholar in this fight, because I said it is a gimmick fight. What is my job level at? I hope it's at least at 5, right? Yeah, 5. Now, we want to put 2 of these on. We'll put the elemental swords on, because Hein is going to be weak to certain elements, and if I get lucky and hit what he's weak to, he'll take lots of damage. Okay, everybody's more or less at full. It's fine. Attack and attack, and we're just going to hit him with every spell we have. I'm going to hope he's weak to ice. He might be weak to lightning, actually. I'll try to hit him with a Thundara. The reason I think he might be weak to that is he didn't really take a whole lot of damage from these. So, like, it is possible to kind of suss out his weakness with the fighter. Let's go ahead and use a Cura. And we're going to hit you with a Thundara and see how that does. That didn't do a whole lot of damage either. That might be what he's weak to, though, because of the, Let's actually just switch to the Royal Sword. And the Freezing Blade. And you took a lot of damage. Hit him with another Thundara. That seemed to do good damage. Barrier Shift. Okay. So Wind Arrow is Wind and Ice Elemental. So if he's weak to Ice, we're going to open with a Blizzaga. See if that gives him a bad time. It did. Not bad. So in the NES version, and I really wish they had kept this in this version of the game, a lot of the job classes have access to low-level magic. So, like, for example, the Knight has, like, 1 to 3, maybe even 1 to 2 level 1 and 2 white magic. It's such a small... Go ahead and heal up. It's such a small, like, bonus that they just took away when they gave the other ones, and I don't really think they should have. I think they should have left that in the game, to be honest. Okay, yeah, he was weak to ice. I must have missed some of my hits on my Blizzaga spell. But yeah, it's pretty easy to defeat Hein without the Scholar. You don't really need that. He is the Elder Tree, and now he is no longer a castle. I love it when NPCs say huzzah. Why couldn't we have kept the Elder Tree as a mode of transportation? It can go over mountains, unlike any of the airships in this game. Not a single one of them can go over mountains. Anyway, but if you come here before you go to Castle Hein, you get this on your map, and once you leave here, you can't actually re-enter it. Like, it's only enterable before you finish Castle Hein. As you can see there. But anyway, now we're going to go down here. Get back on our boat. And we're just going to let the Knight clean up these random encounters, get his job levels up. Knight is really good if you don't have if you're in an area where you're going to take a lot of physical hits. Let me see. Let's just cast a Cura spell. Let's just do that. If you're gonna take a lot of physical hits, then like he'll jump in front of your party members when their HP is low. It's really good. Put a shield on him, he'll take very little physical damage. Unfortunately, there's a lot of enemies in this game that cast magic, so that's not as useful as you would think. It's good, but it's not amazing. It's much better in like Final Fantasy 4 and 5, to be honest. So anyway, we need to get a reward from the king here. Get a Wheel of Time so we can get a book. He just gave us the entire book series, like all. I forget how many books are in the Wheel of Time series, like 13? No, yeah, there's an item we can get here if you come over here. Thankfully, these doors stay unlocked. This lady gives you 2 elixirs. And that is the item that you can grab. I guess nah, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I'm about to... The enemies are so weak on the ocean that... it's fine. Let's just go over here, park our ship, because we're... No, wait, no, we need to go a little further south. Just a little further south. There we go. We need to speak to Sid. In his house here. And at this point, Sid will be standing here and you can walk over here and press this even without... like, healing his wife. If you wanted to keep that, that elixir. Honestly, there are so many elixirs in this game that it's whatever. I think it doesn't particularly matter one way or the other. He couldn't get it to remember. He couldn't remember how to get it to land on solid ground. That is so silly. But anyway, now our boat is an airship that will only land on water. Also, it flies very slowly. And we can leave the floating continent. One of the things I love about this is, like, just... look how small the floating continent is. I also really love the world map music over here. So, let's see. On the NES version, it's kind of like, where do I gotta go? But I like this. This is a nice little touch that the top of the final dungeon is sticking out right here. Although in this version of the game, it looks like they had to actually stick it on a piece of, like, land for some reason. But that's the tip of the Crystal Tower dungeon. We go to this wrecked ship here. Another good tune. Get the blood sword. And we want to put the blood sword on because it's very good. Go put the royal sword on. We'll just go for pure attack power. I think that'll outweigh the like the elemental weaknesses, at least for a little bit.